Hey guys, coming right back at you with another counterfeit video. Let's see what China can come up with when tasked with replicating or cloning the Apple AirPods. So I find these videos really fun. I mean, I showed you yesterday the Batman Samsung Galaxy S8 months in advance of actually seeing the real thing. Kind of interesting to see what they can come up with. So let's take a look at the new AirPods. These are $50 from China. They are pretty much a replica or clone of the Apple AirPods. Let's see if they can replicate the magic, what makes these so special, if they're even as durable. All right, let's take a look. So, well, that didn't really work. Always a backup. Oh, I missed that. There we go. I think these are gonna suck really bad just because of how hard it would be to emulate the AirPods. They're such a unique product. Okay, the packaging is a ways off from Apple's, that's for sure. Please read connection instructions on box. So we've got some Chinese branding here, .com. These aren't necessarily reputable brand, this one whatsoever. I mean, it just makes counterfeit products for the most part, some cheap headphones, so I don't have too much hope for this. All right, it says Bluetooth version 4.2 though, so that might be good. All right, cutting in here. I mean, Apple AirPod boxes are like 1/8 of the size of this one. Oh. All right, and here we are. Okay, so we've got our long ass AirPods. So these are in ear. They do have a little button on them. Interesting. Is that how you connect them via Bluetooth? So I'm not a fan of the packaging, if that says much, but here they are. Okay, so I'm gonna move this aside and compared to our Apple AirPods. All right, so just to give you a little bit of a size comparison here, here's this one and here's this one. So quite a bit bigger. I like that it does have an individual LED and a microphone built in. It's certainly a lot thicker, so they must have more room here for the battery. And Apple's definitely hides the charging connections better in this little silver piece here. Kind of looks decorative almost, so it's not very aesthetically pleasing, and these don't look all that comfortable. They're gonna stick out a lot. I'm not looking forward to looking like an idiot wearing these right now. But anyways, so let's take a look at the charging box. Oh man, that is chunky. So it pops up just like Apple's. Pop these in, right? Which one would that be? Oh, here. And they are magnetic, so they did copy them with that. You've got an individual charging icon or LED. On here, you just have one for both. By the way, these are the AirPods for my Apple Watch water test earlier. They still do work. The case is intermittent, sometimes works, doesn't, but the actual AirPods do. So I'm gonna do a mini water test after to see how these do, but let me charge these up for a couple seconds and see how they perform. So charge via micro USB back here. All right, certainly a huge size difference. This wouldn't be so easy. What I like about these is you can slip them into your jeans, literally everywhere and anywhere these can go with you. They're so tiny. These, not so much. You lose a lot of that convenience. At 1/3 of the price though, do you really care? So have them charge and I'll be right back. As we know, a lot of the magic in the AirPods is just how simple they are to connect to your device. No settings necessary. This pops up and you just connect to them. With these, it's a little bit of a different story. So go ahead and pull out the left AirPod or DACOM pod, whatever this is. Go into your Bluetooth settings and wait here. So go ahead and hold on this button until a red and blue LED starts flashing. And there we go. So nice RGB LED in there. Cool. On your device, go ahead and select the, whatever this is, pod, clone pod. Now hold it again until the little red LED shows up. Now pull out the other pod and hold both of the LEDs at the same time, or the buttons, until they start. There we go. So they just connected. So that was like a minute process versus 3 seconds on the real AirPods. Not a big deal if you plan on using these all the time, but yeah, kind of annoying. So they're ready to use. Let's see how they sound. Do you honestly know what this reminds me of? This looks like a horse or the Loch Ness Monster. With the Apple AirPods, I can't help but feel like these things stick out of my ears too much. I feel like I look like a little bit of an idiot with them, but you know, they're there. It's not too bad. Now let's take a look at these. These protrude a lot more. These are way chunkier. Right goes in right, and left goes in left. Oh my goodness, these are big. Man, these are chunky. I feel like they'd fall out pretty easy. I just don't like in-ear headphones, to be honest. They do block out the sound a lot more though. All right, playing music, don't laugh at me, but how does it sound? I'm playing Lowe's Vivette right now. It's more relaxing. Half sound. Okay, they are definitely louder than the Apple AirPods. I'm not gonna go much higher than that because these are in-ear. Even if the speaker itself isn't necessarily louder, it's going to sound louder because it's closer to your eardrum. All right, that's actually quite impressive. The sound quality is better than I expected. Not much bass, but then again, the AirPods don't have much either. But the sound quality is not bad. So if you can forgive their form factor, how big they are, how cheap they feel, it's not all that bad. It's got most of the features that the AirPods have. Now you can't skip songs with a double tap. You can't do that on the AirPods either. You can just play and pause music and answer phone calls using them. Other than that, they just don't have the charm that the AirPods do. They're chunky, the case for them is way too big. The battery life I can't test, and I haven't found anywhere online how long it lasts, which kind of sucks, but you know, I don't know. $50. I honestly just can't recommend them on the fact that they are so much bigger than the AirPods. Stick with wired ones, they look a lot less ridiculous than these. Sound quality pretty much is about 80% of the AirPods. They're not all that terrible, believe it or not. So yeah, let's go ahead and see if they are water resistant. I'm going to dunk them in some water for a little bit, see if they're any better than the AirPods at that. All right, so not even testing in a foot of water. Just like 2-3 inches here. Let's go ahead and pop these guys in individually, and these are on. Let me go ahead and turn them on. So they are working. You can see the blue LEDs. They're playing sound right now, so pop them there. And the case itself, oh, this is gonna spill. So that does float for a couple seconds, interesting. And fills with water and immediately sinks. So can you go lower? Oh, the magnet's in there pulling them towards him. So they are playing still. Let me turn the volume up, see if any bubbles come out. Yeah, there is one right there coming out slowly. So they are filling with water. I don't expect them to keep working for long. So this is red. I feel like, oh, it's going kind of crazy here. It thinks that the AirPods are in there, but they are not. So whoa, this thing got heavy. It is full of water. Oh wow, still working. All right, so I had the AirPods in about 1.5 feet of water, or was that a foot? And they worked perfectly underwater even, so only time will tell if they'll keep working, but for now they're still working underwater. And this thing is starting to heat up. That's not a good sign. Ooh, that's a lot of water in there. And they are no longer playing. LEDs are flashing, but, oh, yep. Disconnected from my device. I think that's it. It literally took like a minute or two and they are no longer working. It's not connecting. So I think that's it. These things are nowhere near as durable as Apple AirPods. So not only are you paying for the size, the convenience, but also the durability. I've ran mine through the wash, still work. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed this fun little video. That is the China version of AirPods. Are they worth it? I think not. I think save up and get the real deal and they'll last you much longer. Yeah, I just wouldn't bother with this. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Peace.